This is the morning of the 16th of November, 2025. This is a sad story put up by the New York Post, written by Nicholas McIntyre, capital MC, capital ENTYRE, published on the 16th. Title: Canadian dad dies trying to rescue 5-year-old daughter who was swept into ocean by large California waves. The question you have to ask yourself is, why would he be on the beach with his family during that kind of wave activity? A courageous Canadian father died attempting to save his 5-year-old daughters, who was swept out to sea during California's catastrophic flash flooding. Yu Hing from Calgary, Alberta, was with his wife and 2 children at Grapata State Beach in Carmel when tragedy struck Friday, the Monterey County Sheriff's Office announced. The 39-year-old watched a large wave engulf his young daughter and drag her to the water before he raced in to save her. Well, I mean, again, why are they on the beach during that kind of wave activity? Look at it. Look at the photographs. I mean, it's crazy. Family of 3 swept into ocean, 1 dead. Lifeguards at State Beach Patrol search Kapala Beach State Park for a missing 5-year-old girl. You're not going to find her alive. Waves estimated between 15 and 20 feet pushed the 2 out further into the ocean. You know, I remember we had a number of those horrific events. When I lived in California, the ocean just tore the piers apart. I wouldn't go anywhere near there. He jumped into the water to try to rescue his daughter, and in the process, Mom also jumped into the water. It was reported to us that Dad had a hold of his daughter at one point, Monterey County Sheriff Commander Andreas Rosa said, according to NBC Bay Area. The girl's mother had dove into the water in an attempt to help but was unsuccessful in reaching her family. However, she was able to get back to shore where her 2-year-old child was waiting. Could you imagine what would have happened if she didn't come back and got swept away? The 2-year-old child would have probably died on the beach. Hugh was pulled out of the water by another beachgoer, and an off-duty California State Park officer administered life-saving techniques on Hugh. Hugh was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead a short time later. I mean, come on, 15, 20-foot waves and you're out there watching the water crash against the beach with your family? The unidentified mother was briefly hospitalized overnight in stable condition, and she received treatment for hypothermia. She was released on Saturday. The 2-year-old was not harmed during the disaster. Hugh's daughter, who was last seen wearing a white shirt, remains missing, officials said. The outlet reported that the child was not wearing a life jacket. Wouldn't have mattered what the child was wearing in 15, 20-foot waves. A large tree was uprooted and fell onto a car in Altadena, California during the Atmospheric River on number 5th. Look at that. Look at the water rushing underneath the causeways. Strong currents rushed the Los Angeles River at the Main Street Bridge in downtown Los Angeles. A multi-agency, large-scale search for the young child took place all of Saturday before it was suspended at sunset. A recovery mission will continue along the shores of Grapata State Beach after the suspension of the search and rescue operation. The grieving family asked for privacy and wasn't commenting on Hugh's death, police said. An atmospheric river battered much of the central and southern coast of California since Wednesday, bringing daily flash floods, landslides, strong winds, and heavy rain to the region. Coastal regions of the Golden State saw as much as an inch of rain per hour on Saturday, with over 4 inches falling in Santa Barbara County on Friday. The long plume of tropical moisture that formed over the Pacific Ocean before making its deadly approach to California Wednesday. A 71-year-old delivery driver was killed near Sacramento after stopping his car on the Pleasant Grove Creek Bridge. The road had been engulfed by 2 or 3 feet of water, and the man called 911, but the current was too strong and swept the Mazda away into a creek. First responders discovered the man unconscious and declared him dead after being unable to resuscitate him. At least 4 people were killed when their wooden boat carrying suspected migrants from Mexico capsized in rough waters off the coast of San Diego. 4 other occupants of the vessel were hospitalized. More than a foot of snow is forecast to fall on the Sierra Nevada mountain region. The troubling storm threatened to bring disaster to Los Angeles region, still recovering from the deadly Palisade and Eaton fires in January. Mandatory vaccination orders were issued for high-risk properties in the Palisades and Eaton fire burn area through Sunday morning. Due to the potential from debris flows, an evacuation warning remains in effect within and around the recent burn scar areas, and select vulnerable properties remain under evacuation orders, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass wrote on X. Again, you have to sort of wonder, why would anyone go down on the beach with 15 to 20-foot waves crashing on the beach? Absolutely insane. Well, they paid for it. The guy's dead and the child's dead. I'll attach the link. Look at it. Stay the hell away from surging waves. Pass it along, and thanks for listening.